This is Dabu7 with an earthquake update. Looking here at the earthquake map for today, we can see that the activity on this Atlantic ridge has died down. There is no activity all the way down to the Scotia Sea, and we have very little activity here in South America. What activity we do see is in a spot that probably sees some of the most activity in terms of the pinch point around Chile and Peru. And you can see the islands quiet in terms of all the swarming we normally see. We have one decent quake here that hit outside of Nicaragua. Now, in terms of the United States, Alaska, we've had this ongoing swarm up here ever since the big quake hit. And this thing has just been continuing to rattle off mid-4 range quakes left and right as it continues to rumble. And this swarm has made its way out into the waterway here. Instead of just being up on land after the big quake hit, we have this swarm out here in the waterway. This region, British Columbia, has been quiet. In the past, when we've gone a year or so without seeing any activity in this region, we would see a decent size quake hit, around 6 or so. And then, of course, we have the Juan de Fuca that comes off right off the western coast of the United States, and the San Andreas, which we're always keeping an eye on as well. Now, as we zoom in here, you're going to notice there's a Texas quake, an odd Texas quake. We have more activity around the New Madrid and Tennessee. And at the bottom of the San Andreas, near the Salton Sea down here, we have some fresh swarming going on. But that isn't what's really caught my attention. What's really caught my attention is the ongoing swarming outside of Yellowstone. It's not just 1, 2, it's now 3 different locations here. And before, when we would see the swarming, we would see it pop up in one spot and then kind of die down. But what we're seeing now is 3 separate areas, all 3 picking up at the same time west of Yellowstone here. I guess you may be able to say 4 separate areas, as Soda Springs is in a whole nother state than the one that struck here. But what we're seeing is all of this near West Yellowstone. And even though it's not massive amounts or massive magnitudes in terms of the quakes, it is an uptick in swarming around Yellowstone. Also, take a quick look here at the depth on some of these. They look to be fairly shallow. As you can see right here, these are the Yellowstone quakes, some of the last ones that registered. Less than 10 kilometers deep. And as of right now, that is what is going on here in America, primarily around Yellowstone there with the swarming. And if I see anything else pop off today, I will update. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well for the latest updates. If it's something I don't do a video on, I usually kick the information out over there. But I will leave a link below. And until next time, this has been Dabu7 with an earthquake update. Peace.